a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Buccaneers set to take over. Jameis Winston at the controls. And it's a big season forthcoming for the #1 overall pick back in 2015. If you look at the numbers, just 21-33 as a starter during his tenure. But the hope now is that renowned quarterback whisperer Bruce Arians can breathe some new life into him in 2019.
Let's go, defense.
A first down throw for Winston. And incomplete to open things up. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
When you're the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft of 2017, puts a little extra scrutiny. Defensive end Myles Garrett is certainly used to it. In 2018, came into his own his second year in the league with 13.5 sacks and really expects to increase that total in years to come.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you got deep? Let's go.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. But now it'll be 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A draw play is called because you think you've either found a gap or you're using the aggressiveness of the defensive line against itself. Not on that play. Totally controlled the middle of the field. Offense had nowhere to go with the ball.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
180. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Let's go.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
180!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
20!
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's get there!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go!
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Jones, the ball carrier. The tackle by Sione Takitaki. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A run with Ogunbowale. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them, but on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. This one complete to Scott Miller. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Levante David, the Bucs leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
He was brought down by Levante David. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Who's ready? Check 53 is mine. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Let's go.
Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check it back, check it back.
This is Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, Mike 53. Ready?
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Ready? Black, can you do that? Come on, D. Black, that.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hogan Bawale. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Browns' 44-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Mike 58, right there. Hey, here I come.
They run it. It's Hogan Bawale. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Check. Ready. Black 25. Check. 53. Hey, watch the slant.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I'd have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down,
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
he was brought down by Shaq Barrett. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Good. 180.
Mike, 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Good.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run. Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Good. 180.
Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 26 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Now he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Jameis now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. That is caught. It's Perriman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Gain on the play. We got this. That's another Buccaneers first down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Browns' 18-yard line.
Ready? Flag 25.
Check 53, Mike. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
The Bucs on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be third and 6. Now Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Winston now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Mickens to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready? Black 22. Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. Third down here. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Landry the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
180!
Let's put that team on a punt.
They run it again with Chubb, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
180!
Double time, double time. Three down.
What's that?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down. Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Ready?
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
I got him.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Levante David in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
180. 45. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
They come out here in the eye. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check three.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
In the face.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
180.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. He'll run it. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
180.
45. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Set. 20.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Watch it. Cut.
Mike 51. I got it.
Watch it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Watch the backer.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ndamukong Suh. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mayfield looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Seibert's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Hearing this, that's caught inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Ready, blue lady. 58, come on. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Let him go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready, black, 23, check 53. Watch it slap, watch it slap, watch it slap. That's right, that's
Third and long for Winston. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Man, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Let's go.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jameis to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 27, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
180!
54 miles.
Stay with your man!
Now Chubb. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Yep, 180!
Watch the run. Watch the run. East side, baby. That's baby side.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback!
To throw, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
180!
Down to lose one. 45, 45, Mike, 45. I'm coming after you. After you. I'm coming after you.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Set. 180. Check. 45. Come on. Drop deep. Drop deep.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. The return is Mickens. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now Winston and the Bucs down 20-16. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
180! I got you. I got you. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. What's on? You're all mine.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. What's up?
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.